So that's the sushi of today. And that's my hint as to what kind of sushi it is. And then we're having raspberries for dessert. And Jim's having an apple pie smoothie with some spirulina in it. And he can choose between the just having olive oil on there or whatever. And this is something I'll talk about. Thank you very much. Got top of the stack against these other things. And so yeah, I'll show you my outfit of today. So it's pretty exciting. It's pants. Anyway, so I have no idea what size these pants are. The jacket is a size small, and I think it fits well. The shirt is a size extra small. I think it fits well. and
the tie is?
The tie is one size fits all. James taught me how to tie a tie today. We'll see if I can do it myself at some point.
Yeah,
and,
the first attempt was just a total failure.
Yes.
The second attempt had I was going with the thin end over. I'd forgotten. I used to have to wear these I don't know, maybe 3 times a week. My family used to go to church 3 times a week. And I always thought it was like being led to the manslaughter, like this is, like come along with us and that sort of stuff. I couldn't stand it. Mainly because the tightness here. I couldn't stand buttoning my shirt up tight. And then you had to put the tie over it. And then sometimes we had to wear cufflinks.
What do you call these pants? I'll show you.
Corduroy?
No. Well, yeah.
Elephant pants?
Oh, is that what they're called?
Well, yeah, probably more of that than bell bottoms.
So
bell bottoms are kind of flared like bells, but they call them elephant pants.
These pants, my sister
they look
gave
a lot
me them.
better than elephant pants on you. So.
I don't know. She must have found them at the thrift store, and they'd be from the 70s because they're
corduroy, and corduroy tends to pick up stuff. So
I'm pretty sure this tie would be from the 70s too.
I nailed that tie the third attempt, I gotta say.
Yeah,
it actually makes a nice knot. Where did you get that tie from?
From the Mormon clothes giveaway.
There we go. Just let me. Oh, that's there.
I have lint all over me.
A little bit, but at least it's not OB hairs.
Oh well.
So.
Don't button up my.
Yeah, it's one of the best knots I've ever put into a tie. I gotta say.
I really
I'm feeling semi-proud. There was a movie called Semi-Tough or something like that. I'm feeling semi-proud.
It's supposed to have
those buttons out.
Yeah, on the outside, but I didn't do it right. Anyway.
Looks pretty good though, don't you think, folks? Yeah.
So, I have been keeping my weight consistent for a while. So I'll show you. This was what I was doing quite some time ago, and then over there, and then up here, doopy under there, and then my weight's been pretty consistent since about February 23rd. So what have I been doing? Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo, and then here, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo, and I'm already on a different thing. So I had one day there where I was worried I had sleep apnea, but I don't know if I actually did. So, but I did wake myself up snoring, but it could be like it was just a little snore, and I don't snore, so that, because I did, it kind of scared me, right? But I don't know. And I had some other problems, like I was concerned that I was losing my eyebrows, but James doesn't think that I am. So, I don't know. But maybe I'm just being worried because...
There were women in the 70s who'd take them off. And then they'd paint the eyebrows.
Yeah, but if my eyebrows are thinning, then that may mean a nutrient deficiency or
Could be.
Something worse, right? So I don't want that. Anyway, so, but it could be that was just me worrying, because honestly, it was coming up to the full moon, which was a blood moon, which James went out to see, but it was obscured by clouds, so he couldn't actually see the blood moon.
I saw the full moon after the eclipse, a couple of hours after the end of it, the total eclipse, and it was very impressive.
Yeah,
just above the horizon, very big, large.
But I feel thankful that I have seen a blood moon in the past, and I will see one again. But yeah, anyway, coming up to the moon, the full moon, I get really wanting to eat lots and lots and lots, and so maybe I was just worrying a bit much. And then after the full moon, then I felt more relaxed again, and I'm not really worried. So I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. So James liked this so much that he's now going through all the bonus stuff.
There appears to be a lot of it, so.
Yeah. So, which is great. I mean, if you can fit bonus stuff on, put as much as possible.
For heaven's sake, save the resources. So.
Yeah. So, anyway, but James, big fan of Andy Kaufman, and a lot of people do, I think. Anyway, so that's...
Well, a certain period. I think he got a little bit typecast, and I don't think he wanted to do that when he started doing the wrestling thing.
So James's salad today, you may have noticed, is a Greek salad. The Kalamata olives do have pits, I should warn you. And the salad dressing is over there, and there's olive oil if you would like to choose which one you'd like.
I just want to go
whatever. And you can try some of the Greek sushi if you like, because that's the same stuff in there. And you may go, well, what's the white stuff around that? Well, that's a vegan feta recipe that I've just come up with. And so I use that, and then I have the feta is still cooling, and it's not quite firm yet, so I couldn't put it on his salad. So tomorrow you'll see the because I use that, and then I put extra in a well, I was looking for a rectangular pan, but I only had a really big one, and so then I used one that's not. So not all of my feta things will be cubes. Some will be a little different shapes, but honestly, I usually just crumble the stuff up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I guess I'll tell you what is in it in the notes or whatever, the details about the video. I'll write it down. But my sister bought these things in a different country, and I don't remember where she said she got them. And she sent me a bunch of them, but they're just dried lemon. And it's just a lovely little thing for, like, if you're making something like that, right, where you're not wanting because I put the lemony flavored, garlicky flavors, the oregano, I put that in the feta mixture, and so I don't want to add extra moisture with the lemon. And lemon zest, that's great, but this is better for that. So I don't know if you can get this in Canada, but if you can, that's what you want to use for this.
The copyright says Baltimore, Maryland. So
oh, really?
I'm not kidding. I don't know where she got it.
I don't know where she got it, but she sent me some anyway. So James will probably talk a little more about The Longest Hatred. I'm going to leave him to talk about the Andy Kaufman stuff and The Longest Hatred. And I'll mention, I put the 11th season before the 12th season, like on top of the stack, so I guess I found the 11th season a little bit better than the 12th, but honestly, I don't like either.
Yeah.
They really went downhill.
Oh yeah.
Really went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they realized that picking up Morpheus was a bad idea, and they gave him the boot pretty quickly. But
I like to think they gave him the boot. I don't think he's a bad actor, but he's just not made for
no, and it was a bad role.
And a bad role.
Yeah. So it's and there was one point, I didn't write this stuff down, but there was one episode where I can't remember. Well, Mandy, the character Mandy, she left, and then they got somebody else calling her Mandy, and I guess she's a different character, but I don't get the feeling that she really is. I get the feeling that they'd already written in these Mandy things. They kicked that actress out, or she decided to boot herself out. I don't know.
Changed her name to Sandy or Randy, spelled with an I on the end.
It's not that tough, but anyway.
Andy, so I was spelled with an I on the end.
Yeah. So at the end of this, I really, really don't like the end of this season because the viewers, they want to trust the CSI guys. They follow the evidence. They don't follow their heart. They don't follow any kind of intuition or anything like that. Nope, they follow the evidence. And what the evidence tells them, well, that's it. And that's what the viewer wants to see. That these guys are going to
run down the bad folks.
Yes, but in an honest way.
In an honest way.
Yeah. So
they're not gonna
the end of this season, with people in the CSI group hiding the truth for Morpheus, well, Dr. Ray Langston.
You actually remember the name?
No, I didn't. I read it on the back.
Huh?
Because I only remember him as Morpheus.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
It's bad. It's a really bad ending. And I can't believe they were able to pull this out to bring in Ted Danson to kick out Morpheus and just to try to change things. And what they did with the 12th season is they tried to make it, we're a happy family. So they're playing the happy family game. And Ted Danson is like happy family dad. He's only ever had sex with one woman, his wife, and they're madly in love, and so he's the father figure of the group, and he's we're all good values now, because here he is. He's a good family values guy, and he's
he used to play basketball.
He's taking control of the group. And,
does it come from Indiana, according to the story? I don't know.
So, anyway, but neither James nor I like Elizabeth Shue. Is that her name?
Oh gosh, and she got what, second or third?
Yeah,
billing?
Elizabeth Shue.
Well,
I think she got second billing. And anyway, so, and then in this, Catherine quits in this season. So things are getting shaken up, and I don't know. There's some weak episodes in this, where James and I are like, that would never happen. Nobody would have. Like, there was one episode where a guy found out the truth about his ancestry, and he went and killed a genealogist and set it up so that
was awful.
Frame another. It was so bad. It's like, okay, well, how could he know that the person wasn't going to come in right while he's setting all this stuff up? Like, he's taking a long time lighting candles, putting on mood music and stuff. It's like, that doesn't even make sense. And plus, nobody would do that. They might, if they'd written it in as, he's a public figure, like he's a politician or something like that, and this can't get out. And then his birth mother and father might disappear, and so might the genealogist then, but not just the genealogist, and leave them. It made no sense. It didn't work. So yeah, these are trash.
The main
really
criticism of that, the last one, which is what we ended up with, the 11th one.
Yeah.
was the increasing soap operization of the show. So you end up, like, in the original thing, Catherine, or when Catherine's there, she's the daughter of someone who used to be mobbed up or something. Okay, that's enough, you know. But now it seems like every other show, someone they know is getting murdered, or someone they know is coming under suspicion, or whatever. I asked Pauline. I've asked her before when I'm dealing with the English murder mysteries, you know, in a little community where, you know, if the show has been running at all, well, maybe this hypothetical community would have gone down from a population of 150 to 75. I'm not making it up. If it runs 3 seasons, that's what, 25 shows times 3, 75. They've lost half their population through murder. So ask Pauline, I'll ask her on camera, how many people do you know who've been murdered in your life?
No, personally?
Yeah.
Well, that's really maybe not a good way to ask it, because...
No, that's the first question.
Yeah.
How many?
Because, like, I'm not from a kind of...
urban community.
Well, I don't have relatives that are into gang violence or anything like
but
that.
How many do you know?
So none. I mean, it's not going to happen in my family, and I don't know... I don't hang around with people that it would happen to, or
I
whatever.
Don't know.
Probably. I mean,
I don't know anyone personally.
The fact that I live in a dangerous, like I live downtown, and it's not that safe.
Oh, it's one of these days.
But
in Pauline's yard, there's going to be a corpse.
Yeah, because it's been closed. I mean, there've been people getting murdered in that apartment building near me,
two
and it's very
lots
close,
down.
But I haven't known.
At least 2 murders, and someone was saying 3, but I'm going to go with 2. I know only one person who knew a person. So this is at what, 2 removes or something like that, who was murdered, and it was a horrible situation. It was just this half a block up that street, 3rd Avenue, and then I don't know how far down, which way it was, but a couple of thugs started chasing this person. He's just picked up by random, my friend's friend, and chased him into a shop, and they proceeded to stab him to death. Doesn't seem to have been a robbery, you know, like someone goes into a shop, that's maybe a good place to go to.
I have known, well, didn't know well, but met people that had very violent things happen to them.
Okay.
Attacked by strangers, like you were mentioning.
Well, one time, up in
that
Calgary, someone was stalking you.
Yeah, well,
in a very threatening kind of way.
Yeah.
I gather it was at night or something. And what you did, and folks, register it. It's not just women, but men. It was a lonely location, and Pauline started going, like you were walking fast, or something like that, away from Idiot.
First I was walking fast.
Yeah.
Once I noticed. Then I was booting it. Then I ran.
You ran, there we go.
And
you got into a place where
he was way taller than me and stuff, and so I knew he was going to catch up, like really fast. And some people came around the corner, luckily. And I was like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm so glad to see you," and this and that. And they kind of looked shocked for a minute because I didn't know them at all. And I talked with them just a few seconds. I turned around, the guy had bolted. He was gone. And so I talked to him just a little more, and I explained, look, this guy was following me, whatever, thanks a lot.
I would have hung them with them until I could get into some public transportation. But anyway, very creepy situation. Frightening, really. And folks, if you're in a situation, like if someone's following you in our car, here in Nashville, it's not too much of a problem. I had it happen to me once. I just drove to the police station. Come on in. You want to have a little chat with me? Let's go up to the desk, Sergeant, and we can straighten it all out. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll just go like this. But that's the thing to do. But keep your wits about you. And Pauline did. Lord only knows what would happen. I don't know what part of Calgary it was in. It doesn't matter where it's in. But
downtown, kind of towards Victoria Park.
Oh gosh, that's a tough area.
Not good. And yeah, you could say I would have found somewhere to get into. I didn't know where to go get into someplace. I was just, thank you, my angels and God, for sending those people around the corner. Because what else? Otherwise, I imagine I would have been done.
Yeah.
But so
I had
it can
a guy
happen.
pull a knife on me in the alley here, and I knew he's a big, tall guy. I've got 5 fracture vertebrae. I knew I couldn't even make it back up into the deck if the guy decided to go after me. Yeah, a person of color.
I wanted to stop. The Greek sushi's good, but I just want to eat some raspberries too. So.
It's a very good meal. Thank you, Paul.
No problem.
I'm working my way through it slowly because I have to chew my food. I think it's one of the meds I take. Kind of roughs up my esophagus. But thank you very much. I think you got that from Elvis, but maybe not. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, I think the first time I noticed Andy Kaufman was he was doing this Casper milk toast.
Well, the one guy was saying that he got it from him, but he said it differently. He said, "Thank you very much," or something.
Well, the way Elvis said was, "Thank you very much." That sort of
Well, maybe he put the two together.
Yeah. Anyway, first time I saw him, he was doing the Casper milk toast thing. Wee little voice, whatever, barely opening up his mouth. He's a big, tall guy. Well, I don't know, big, but taller than the average, maybe. Kind of a big face. And you go, wow. And then all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, he goes through it for quite a while. And then he turns around, turns it back to you. Then he turns his face to you and he's doing Elvis. A pretty good Elvis impersonation, with the legs shaking and all that sort of stuff. And I liked him pretty good. His Latka, whatever it is. Cheers. No, Cheers. Taxi.
I liked the documentary. I thought they did a good job.
I think they did a great job. They had Mary Lou Henner there. The Brooks guy who directed, I think. Taxi. Not Mel Brooks, what's his name? Roger Brooks? Whatever. And Danny DeVito. They had some people who really achieved in life. Plus they had his partner, maybe his wife, I'm not sure. I can remember I started to lose touch with Andy when he started doing the wrestling. I didn't realize that aside from maybe his last wrestling match, he was always wrestling women. But it kind of makes for uncomfortable footage and so on and so forth. There was one woman who pinned him. She was a professional mud wrestler or something like that. And she said that after she pinned him, they had a real wrestling match or something like that.
Yeah, a couple days. She said she was annoyed that the ref, or what do you call it, the referee?
You call her a referee.
That he took 10 seconds to count to 3.
Count to 3. Well,
and
that's the way it is.
She didn't get credit for having pinned him.
Yeah.
But then a couple days later he called her and they did some private wrestling or something like that, or something like that.
She put it very funny.
Very tactfully.
She was used to mud wrestling's got to be a comic act. I've never seen it, but it was big, I think, in the 70s or 80s or something like that. I don't know if they ever had men mud wrestling. It always seemed to be good. At least the stuff that I heard about. But I think he kind of got typecast as the wrestler type of thing.
And people just weren't comfortable with it.
Well, they didn't understand. It's all made up wrestling, And it's funny when you get educated people who don't understand it. I'm used to people who don't know how to read getting all excited about WE or whatever it's called. So that's the way it goes. Anyway, it comes recommended. It's not rated either. Anyway, it comes recommended, and I wouldn't say necessarily highly recommended if you don't like Andy Kaufman. So it goes. Have you never heard of him? You might like hearing about him. You might not. It might have been better if they'd had more footage of him doing his various acts or his various shticks. They had a lot of people talking about him. They were interesting people. As I say, Danny DeVito, Mary Lou Henner. Is it James Brooks? And stuff like that. So, hey, here come the dogs. They want to listen to me take on anti-Semites. How much time? 15?
A couple minutes, 3.
Oh, just a couple.
Yep.
Well, it's barely worth talking about it. We were...
yeah, you may as well just fill it in with some more Andy Kaufman or something.
More Andy Kaufman.
Or CSI.
Yeah, what I was hoping was that they'd have... the song that I'm told is about Andy Kaufman as much as anything, by REM, called Man in the Moon. And I think the whole thing is, with Andy Kaufman, there was a lot of putting people on. And I think that's what REM is singing about when they sing, if you believe, they put a man on the moon. Talking about hoaxes and so on and so forth. It's, I think REM's best song. One of the best songs, actually not one of the better songs, but one of the best songs of the 1980s, at least to make it onto the charts. The 80s were not very highly distinguished when it comes to stuff that made it on the charts. There were people out there doing some pretty impressive stuff, but they generally didn't sell like Bob Dylan or whomever sold in the 60s.
Try this.
Okay.
This is Diesel Cookies and Cream protein bar. What do you think of it?
Not much taste.
I know. I thought it was terrible. And I mean,
see, at least I'm not tasting protein.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But
it's just, I'm
you
tasting a bit of vanilla, maybe?
Yeah.
Is there some vanilla?
Yeah, there would be. But like yesterday, you had the glazed and amused one bar, which
amused is
yeah. So it's a maple donut flavored.
Who made that? The same company?
No, Hershey. It was different.
Hey, Hershey.
And,
hey, shout out to Hershey. It's actually a whole place in Pennsylvania, Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So, I don't know, and it had better numbers than the Diesel bar too. And honestly, who would name a protein bar Diesel? I mean, Diesel isn't it toxic? It's
toxic. I mean, that might have contributed to me developing bone marrow cancer. And I always think of Vin Diesel nowadays, and that's more disgusting than getting a whole nose full of diesel exhaust. You've seen a Vin Diesel movie or two, right?
Yeah.
I watched one. It was pretty bad, but it was so bad, I enjoyed it. It had that campy kind of appeal. So Vin, you're campy. Campy is Liberace.